So I sit up, and here we go. Two fun options. Either we put on the outside heel hook, where we tap him either here, all through the roll, or we can put on the toe hold, where we just push down the toes and pull on the heel, open our legs, let him roll, grab, push down, sit up, and there's our catch. So another thing we can do, which is really, really powerful, is if you feel like he's hiding the heel, before we can really get to that position here, what we can do is we want to keep our feet inside, sit back, and we want to transfer this to an outside heel hook. Push the foot across the hip here. I'm going to push this down, look to slide everything in, lock up, and this one is pretty nasty. He's basically in a reap now, where I can look to extend myself. So the finishing mechanics is a little bit different here. I can't really bridge from this position. It's more about actually pulling his leg up this way and opening up here. So it's more of a rotation. I open up, think about pulling the heel this way, here and here. The more bent his leg is, the less pressure there is in his knee in this position. So, and I straighten myself out a little bit, and then I look to turn. It's pretty damn painful for Freddy here. Now, he might look to roll through here. So he can still roll. So I need to be able to follow him, roll through, land on my elbow, and I can switch my feet to the outside for an outside ashi. If you're here for the outside heel hooks, here you recognize this position here. Okay, there's also some other stuff we can do. I'm gonna give you two options. First, let's just look at this option again. So, here. So I'm here. I feel like Fleg beat me on hiding the heel, so I'm sitting back, making sure my feet are on the inside. I'm gonna grab by his toes, and I'm gonna pull the foot across my hips here. Okay? It would be moronic of Fleg to try to turn in against this. He's just gonna break his own knee. He has to keep turning away. I bring this across, stop it, make sure that I sit up, lock up the heel as tight as possible. From here, this looks pretty tight, right? But I actually get more torque in his leg if I straighten it out and then look to turn it belly down here. If he stays here, he's done pretty fast. Tap, so he feels his knee, probably also his foot. Okay, so he's gonna look to roll to take the pressure off. As he rolls, I bring my legs to the outside. Make sure I land on my elbow here. Now we're in outside ashi. Everything pulls in tight, and I can look to put my hips into his knee as I lift his heel towards my head here. This is what loose leg position. I want to be here, super tight. If you've done the outside heel hooks, this is like, I would say almost a no-brainer. You should go for this transition. Another thing we can do is we can make him turn all the way around and basically put him back in saddle. And this is the fun one. So I go here, I take this across, and instead I could go for the heel hook grip, but I can also just look for like a really primitive toe hold here. I basically push down the toes and I pull the heel. Okay? Flag is gonna look to spin. I'm gonna open my legs and let him spin. And we're right back in saddle. Basically, you know, when you talk about people doing a 180, he did a 360, he basically just spinned himself right back into the position. So this is a fun one. You can also do it with a heel hook grip, but we demonstrate from here. So what I do is I put pressure on to force him to roll. If he doesn't roll, he'll break something here. Okay? So he rolls, I open my legs and I keep them inside, and he lands right here. From here, grab the toes, push them down, sit up. So I grab the toes and pull them in so it's hard for him to hide the heel again. Then I push the foot down as I sit up. And here we go. Two fun options. Either we put on the outside heel hook, where we tap him either here, all through the roll, or we can put on the toe hold, where we just push down the toes and pull on the heel. Open our legs, let them roll. Grab, push down, sit up, and there's our catch, okay? This is gonna be the last one for today. Try to play around with both options. If you're familiar with the outside heel hook, I definitely think you should try that first. Otherwise, the other option is easy. Just make sure you open your legs so people can spin inside your leg, okay? They have to spin, otherwise you break their foot. Let's try it on 3, 1, 2, 3. Here. Whatever move we go for, we basically stay on the same hip unless we have to roll through with the outside heel hook, right? So when I go here, first and foremost, if you ever get trapped in this position, you've got to relax your goddamn leg, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself tensing up here. Right? So if when I'm here and I'm pulling this foot across the hip, right, I feel like he can't just fight it here. Right? If he's trying to fight this leg back, there's so much tension for his ligaments. This is no good. He has to relax his hip, turn away. That turnout motion also keeps your knee safe, okay? Until we get the grip here. So whether you go here, or just get some knee line here, or we do the toe hold here. To keep them inside your legs, just keep your knees wide. I'm opening up my knees here. I'm pulling on the heel with my hand, and I'm pushing on the toes. Right? He has to roll to take the pressure off. I just open my legs, keeping this foot inside. Look, he spins into the move himself. I have to do less. I just stay on my hip, and I just push in the handle and make the guy spin, right? So here, lay it back, bring it across the hip. Try to bend the leg across here. Grab the toes, not one toe at a time. Push it down by the knuckles, grab the heel. I'm just laying on my side here. Now I put the heat on. Leg rolls, I open my legs, keep that foot inside. He spins into the saddle himself. As he spins, I cover the big toe, glue it in. Now if he tries to spin again, he hurts his own knee. I can push this down, sit up, feet, and there we go. Okay, let's just practice this just for 2 minutes. Let's try on 3, 1, 2, 3.